Okay, the giblets gravy. What I normally do, you rinse those next. I'm gonna chop up my celery. What you're gonna do is you can buy it already pre-cut, pre-chopped. But what I'm doing right now is cutting it up as small as I can, because this is gonna be some of the stuff that goes inside. This is what's gonna go in the dressing. Now I have to use this onion. I don't want to use it, but I'm not gonna use that much of it because it's not the green onion that what I always use, but I'm improvising. And on the green onion, that little small bulb be this color anyway. These are some of the ingredients. Let's get a skillet. What you will need is oil. And you're gonna turn the skillet on high. You're gonna pour you some oil in here, enough for sauteing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end up sauteing. You wanna let the grease get hot. You're gonna saute all the onions and all the celery that you chopped up. Boom. And what you did chopped up, you can do like I do. If I see something that I didn't chop up well, I just go in and get my little knife and chop it up, break it up. It's gonna get softened in the gravy anyway. But you wanna make sure this is up high, and you can add a little salt if you like. You can add a little pepper if you like. But I'm not gonna add the pepper, but just to give a little bit of flavoring in case the broth is not flavoring. So I'm sauteing it. Until it turns brown. That's what I'm doing. Because I'm going to need this to go inside the dressing as well as the Giblet gravy. And in the Giblet gravy, you need a little, maybe 2 tablespoons of flour to make the gravy look. And you'll need an egg. I turned it up on high to get sizzling a bit faster. some sauteing them. See how they're shrinking? You don't want it brown. I mean dark brown. You just want it a medium brown. And you want the celery to soften up, but you want it to try to get a little crisp on it. A light crisp. So I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to cut this oven off. And we'll wait. It was out. If you don't want to wait on the hen or any turkey with your chicken to make the dressing or the gravy. I'm gonna use the hen's juices once they finish cooking for the purpose of the dressing. But this is the Giblet gravy. This is what I'm doing, and I'm gonna put it on the back eye, on a smaller eye, and I'm gonna simmer it because it's what it does is it's gonna make juices. All I want to do is boil to get the juices. You add your seasonings, like this is black pepper. You add your salt. So any type of seasons you're gonna use, thyme, whatever season of your choice for this particular dish. I'm gonna put a pinch of thyme in it. I'm gonna sit it in the back of the eye and let it boil, because that's the main thing that I wanted to do. I wanted to boil to make the juices from the chicken neck. What I need is flour. So where did I put the flour? My skin was off. I'm just suddenly burning myself today. I'm sleepy, really. Regular flour is what I normally use. And if you don't feel safe, I'm going to use this as a too. If you don't feel safe mixing it with the gravy, I'm going to show you a quick method. This same broth I'm going to pour in this container. So you won't have lumps if you just don't feel safe. You're going to pour flour, a small amount, and you blend it slowly till you get all the knots out. Now, if you want a darker gravy, then you can put this on in a skillet once you blend it up, or you can go on and add it to your skillet. See how it's smooth consistency? It's just liquidy, and you just keep adding the flour. If you want to just go on and dump all of it and just work it in slowly, you can. Just remember you have to mash. You want brown, you just have to cook it on the skillet, in the skillet, to brown it, to the darker you want it. But I like the creamy color. The main thing is getting the lumps out. And so what I do is I go on and add it in. Anything that didn't get stirred up, this time to leave a little in and work your bowl to smooth it out. gonna bring it closer. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn it on the back eye, and let it cook. See that consistency? Then I'll add my eggs later. Some people don't eat eggs, but I eat eggs in mine. So I'm turning it on medium high, and I'm gonna let it simmer, boil and simmer, and till it start thickening up a little bit. Right now, it has enough flour in there. Only thing it needs is to be cooked, because you don't want it to be thick. You want it to be a thin, like, smooth gravy. That's just one of my tricks. Keep it at a consistency. See how it's thickening up? It's not watery anymore. The longer you let it cook, the thicker it gets. But remember to make sure you have the right consistency, because once you cut it off, it'll start thickening up once it cools down, because this right now is warm. This is the perfect consistency of a gravy, giblet gravy. See how it's bubbling? Its bubble is no longer watering. So that 1 cup of flour was enough for this 1.5 liters of broth. So I'm going to cut it off. Now I had pre-made the boiled eggs and set them in water and put them in the refrigerator. So now I have a reason to use them, but you want to make sure the film is off. I've already pre-boiled them. So since they're cold, I'm going to go in and slice them. And remember, I cut the eye off. You're just going to dice them up as small as you can. And for those that have egg allergies, you may want to leave the eggs out. For the person that don't, set aside that don't eat eggs for the giblets gravy. And some people is allergic to the white. Some people are allergic to yellow. You can adjust your giblets gravy based on your family's health. So, as you see, I'm just chopping them up in fine pieces. Just enough where you can taste it. This is a seasoning by itself, the egg. It's a fulfillment. This is a traditional Southern style giblets gravy, Oklahoma and Texas style. The reason I say this is because my mother is originally from Oklahoma, and this is the way she taught me. And they have Louisiana in them, so her mother was originally from Louisiana. Her mother's family was originally from Louisiana, but all of them were from Oklahoma. So we have a little southern, got the border of Oklahoma, Louisiana, and Texas. And so I added this into my giblets gravy, believe it or not. Let me wash my hand. And so I can show you. See, I added in the giblets gravy. You're not gonna overput it. So this is what a southern giblets gravy look like. It has the giblets in there as well. They just cut up real fine. Some people have them in big hunks. So only thing I need is cranberry sauce, wrong lid. And I close it up. Everything is cut off. So that's finished.